Oh, yeah. Can you dig it? All right. It's Friday night. What's happening, everybody? Good to see you. It's Untethered Live on a Friday night chill stream. I'm your host, Jake Johnson, and tonight we're going to talk about recalibrating the future and winging Wylder Creek. It's been a rough day. It's been one of those you wish didn't come. But that's all right. We're alive, we're here, and we're celebrating everything. How are you doing? How's the world? How are things in your neighborhood? Amanda says, hi, chat. Good to see y'all. Happy Friday. Hi, Jake. How are you tonight? Lamenting. That's how I am tonight. Walter Davis, you get the gold star. He says, hi, Jake and Amanda. Hey, Walter, what's up, my brother? Good to see you. Amanda says, hi, Walter, and here's your gold star. Bill Bennett is in the house. He says, hello, guys. Glad to be here. Glad to have you, Patty. Hey, Patty, how are you? Good to see you, sweetie. Nice to have you here. April Rain's in the house. Hello, darling. She says, hello, everybody. Much love. And Patty says hello. And Amanda says, hi, BB. And hi, Patty. Walter says, hi, Patty. Amanda says, hi, April. Too many A's. A lot of A's. It's a sad day in Floyd County, Mr. Jones. John H., what's up, brother? He says, hi, Jake and everybody. Walter says, hi, April. I got some news I didn't want to get today. I apologize if I'm a little on the crotchety side tonight. My bass player passed away in a car crash this week. His name was Matthew Lazinski. He had a young son and an ex-wife, and he was trying to put his life back together, and he was a great bass player. And he's gone to be with the Father tonight. So that's a sharp blow to the Wylder Creek family, if you guys follow that, if any of you know who that is. And that was unexpected. I didn't expect to get that news today. It happens. We're getting older and things happen. So April says, oh my God, Jake, I'm so sorry. Jeez. Yeah, it's rough. Thank you. Bill says, hi, so sorry to hear that. The good die young, for real. They do. Amanda says, so sorry, Jake. Prayers. And Patty says, hello, everybody. Walter says, hi, Bill and John. Amanda says, hi, John. April says, hey, Jake, Amanda, Patty, Walter, John, Bill, and much love. And April says, damn it. Yeah, it was a rough blow. He's a good guy. He's been with me for a couple of years. He's family. He's been there long enough, you know. My drummer's been with me longer than most people have been married. We've been together for about 25 years now, something like that. And my lead guitar player has been with us almost that long, probably about 18 years. And the bass player's a new guy. He's a young boy. But he went to an open mic night, I guess Wednesday night, somewhere around there. And afterwards, he went to dinner at Denny's, ate at Denny's, and he got in his car and left, and I don't know what happened after that. He was dead before he got to the red light, I guess. I don't know. It was an instantaneous thing. John says, prayers for him and his family and you, Jake. Well, I don't need any prayers. I'm good. Thank you. His family needs all the prayers. I mean, I need prayers. That didn't sound right. Obviously, I need prayers, but nothing happened to me. It happened to his family, and I miss him for it. April says, God bless him and his family, and prayers go out to them. Yes, he has a young son under the age of 12. He used to come out to the shows and hang around near the stage. Poor kid. Thank God he wasn't with him that night. He usually is. But that night, he wasn't with him. He must have been at his mother's house or something. But That's the first question I ask is, where's his boy? You know. Fab Daddy, what's up, buddy? He says, happy Friday. April says, and you also love, and I hope you're all right. I love you. Well, I love you too, and I'm all right. I feel for my friend. He was a friend of mine. I feel for the band. We lost a great bass player and a great corner of the sound. One of the corners that holds the whole thing up, you know, the load-bearing corner. That's not a good thing. I don't know if we'll be able to replace him or not. Fab Daddy says, what did I join? Did you join? I don't see a J tag by your name. But you could, though, if you hit that join button over there. You get to see the secret stuff that nobody knows about, except those with a J tag. You want to be in the elite club? You want to be a member? You want to be a member? Want to be a member? And Amanda says, hi, Fab. And April says, Fab Daddy, what's going on? Playboy, much love. Oh, she called you a playboy. Walter says, hey, Fab. And Amanda says, hi, Amanda. Fab Daddy says, hi, Amanda. Bill says, life is an instant. And prayers for all. Amen, brother. Fab Daddy says, hey, Walter and April. April says, how's it going, Fab? Fab says, I've been talking too much politics. Arg! I can't wait till it's over. Well, there'll be none of that nonsense tonight. That's tomorrow night. Tonight we're going to honor my friend who lost his life this week. April says, I know it's hard losing a buddy, a loved one, period. Yes, especially a member of a band, because we spend a lot of time together, and we know each other in an intimate way, in a way that most people don't ever get to know each other, you know. Patty says, secret agent man. And April says, Kevin is driving our new car. It's a Jeep Rubicon Gladiator. Awesome. It has a truck bed. Top of the line, 2022, 17,000 miles. That sounds awesome. Congratulations. I take it you've had a good week. Fab Daddy says, my condolences. Thank you, Fab Daddy. Bill says, family. Yep. Should I light a candle in honor, says Fab Daddy. If you wish. I don't think it's going to do any good. He's dead. I don't think you'll see it. But if you want to, that's up to you. April says, family is what it's all about, people. People need to realize how important they are. That's true. Family is very important. The whole point in being here on this planet is to take what you've been given and put it into the future and hopefully multiply what it was you had. And if you don't do that, you have not succeeded in this thing we call life. April says, oh, Fab Daddy, that's sweet. And Rachel Floyd says, hello. Hey, Rachel. How are you, sweetie? What about flying candles, having a homemade paper? Well, it wasn't Chinese, so I don't see why that would apply. And Walter Davis says, hi, Rachel. And Amanda says, hi, Rachel. Walter, how are you and Linda getting on? Japanese, excuse me. One of those eases. I should know better. I've actually got some Japanese in my family. Tonight's not a thinking night. Either way, comes around and it goes around. It comes around again. Fab Daddy says, I'm Portuguese. Congratulations. Bill says, don't have to be blood to be family. That's right. You don't have to be blood, and you don't have to be related in any way. You can just choose who you want to be close to. And that's kind of what we do here. April says, hi, Rachel, what's up, love? And April says, very true, Bill, I agree. Rachel says, just some pills to finally relax. I hear you. I'd give a Yankee dime for a handful of those right about now. Been a hard day. That's all right. Choice is important. What are you getting at, Fab Daddy? You're here. Wasn't that your choice? I didn't force you to come. We choose what affects us. Not always. April says, there has been a fire smell, and I see smoke in the air off of I-4. Well, that's not good. What's on fire? I'm sure whatever it is at the bottom of all that smoke. Let's follow it down. Something's burning. Amanda says, control burn, April. They're probably burning off a field or something then. They do that a lot around here. That's not a normal thing in Florida, though. It ain't nothing to be driving down the road here and pass by a field that's ablaze. People out there raking and a tractor running alongside of the fire edge. See it all the time. That's a good way to get your field in shape for growing next season. You take all that burnt stuff and then you till it under, and that puts nitrogen back in the soil. Nitrogen makes things grow. They burn sugar cane? Yeah, down south, yeah. It's giving me a headache, says April. And I didn't know that. Thanks, Amanda. Amanda says, they're clearing a spot for construction. April says, that figures. Yep, they like to do that stuff. Build, build, build. Make that money. Go, DeSantis. Amanda says, burning sugar cane stinks. Well, yeah, because it's sugar. Sugar burns like it just like it would if you put it on the stove and let it burn. Still, first it turns into caramel, and then it turns burnt. April says, all that land. Oh, my gosh. Fab Daddy says, have another cigarette, April. It's filtered air. I agree. I'm with you. Yeah, delicious. April says, LOL. I will do that. Thanks, Fab Daddy. Ha 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 ha. Yep. It's some office buildings, says Amanda, that they're going to build. April says, hi, Maverick. Good to see you. Did I miss one? Hey, Maverick. Good to see you. Maverick says, I'm back. I'm back in the saddle again. Nice to see you, Maverick. Amanda says, hi, Maverick. Walter says, hi, Maverick. April says, offices, don't we have enough already? Jeez, probably. But without offices, you can't have bullshit businesses to come in and make lots of money and launder it. Melissa Lapergola, hello, everybody. Oh, by the way, that's my sister. And today is my mother's birthday. Hey, Missy, I was going to call you today, but I got sidetracked. My bass player died in a car crash this week, so I've been preoccupied with that. Sorry. Good to see you, though. Amanda says, we have too much of everything, including people, April. Maverick says, so glad it's the weekend. It is finally Friday. Thank God for that. April says, Kevin says, hugs and kisses. Thank you, Kevin. Walter says, Melissa. Walter, Missy, Walter. Amanda says, hi, Missy. April says, I agree, Amanda, and happy birthday to her, says Fab Daddy. Thank you. I'll tell her when I see her. Melissa says, howdy. Oh, no. Yeah. Bill Bennett says, happy birthday, Jake's mama. You hear that, Mom? You're famous. Amanda says, happy birthday, Mama Lynn. We miss you. I miss her, too. Maverick says, my friend got suspended for tearing cardboard. Was it his cardboard? Missy says, Jake, that's horrible. God be with his family. Yeah, he had a little young son, too. It's a damn shame. And his little young son is usually with him because he brings him to the gigs and stuff. He just happened to not be with him that night. So thank God for that. Missy says, hey, Walter. April says, hey, Missy, much love to you. And it's Aunt Lynn's birthday. Yes, it is. Fab Daddy says, give her 25 years of birthday wishes. Thank you. And April says, how are you, Missy, and the kids? And Amanda says, thank God for small favors, right? It's fantastic. He does look out for his. Missy says, hi, April and Mandy. Anyway, I don't know what we're going to do as a band, but hard to replace a fella like that. It's all good. Them kids are getting too big, says Melissa. Hard to believe they're grown. It seems like they were just born yesterday. Mine too. Fab Daddy says, there's a big party tomorrow evening for me. That's right. You going to rock out? Linda Davis, how are you? Linda says, my daughter finally got her driver's license this week, and now I'm going to be worried every time she goes out. I hear you. So be careful with her. Make sure she knows what she's doing. Tell her not to panic. Don't be on the phone, that sort of thing. Misty says, true, Jake, right? Just yesterday. Amanda says, hi, Linda. And Fab Daddy says, I haven't danced in a year. Me neither. Quite a few of them, actually. April says, we love you, Aunt Lynn and mother, grandmother. You're the best friend ever. She was tough and an angel, and I've missed her so much. Yeah. Yeah, I wish you all could have met my mama, and if she was still here, you would have. I promise. But she was something else. She's my best friend. Amanda says, you mean you know how to dance, Fab Daddy? He's just like, no, but that ain't never stopped me. April says, Linda, I know the feeling, love. Walter says, hi, Linda. Fab Daddy says, is dancing good or bad? If you see me dance, I assume it's bad. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with dancing. David liked to dance in the Bible, and he was after God's own heart. He'd run around naked dancing. April says, how are you, Linda? I hope all is well. Bill Bennett says, short time here. We'll all be together soon. God willing. Amen, brother. And that's true. You're going to be dead a whole lot longer than you've ever been alive. Probably something to think about. Amanda says, LOL Fab. And April says, Playboy can dance. Woohoo, I want to see. You been getting into trouble there, Fab Daddy? She's over here calling you Playboy. Does she know something that the rest of us don't know? I'd like to hear that story. Well, rest assured, it won't be long and I'll have my driver's license too. And ain't nothing gonna stop me then. Fab Daddy says, that's a Chili de Castro saying. Oh, I don't know who Chili de Castro is. April says, I agree, Bill. Much love. And Linda Davis says, I went through this with the boys 15 years ago, and now I'm doing it again. Well, thank God they have you to go through it with, because there are people out there that just have to wing it. They have nobody watching their back. And so it's great that you're there. They should consider themselves lucky. And Patty says, too funny. And April says, yes. He says, my playboy. I'm joking. Ha 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 ha. Bill Bennett says, he's a constitutional scholar. Pretty interesting. But I think you don't like Trump. So, boo. Who told you I don't like Trump? I voted for Trump. What's wrong with that? Or are you saying he doesn't like Trump? It might be a typo. Fab Daddy says, I prefer to be called Pretty Suave. Pretty Suave. I like it. April says, I love his channel. Bill says, Chili don't like Trump, I think. I got you. You weren't talking about me. You were talking about him. Yeah, I like Trump. So I like what Trump stands for. I don't know that I like him as a person, but you don't have to like him as a person for him to be the best for the presidency. Maverick says, one of my friends was crying all day, and I tried to go talk to him like 5 times, but the teachers don't let us. How old are you, Maverick? I forget. Patty says, I voted for Trump. Excellent. Amanda says, I voted for Jake, LOL. You better have voted for Trump. Don't be wasting your vote on me. I'm not going to run the country or stop it from going down the tubes. Fab Daddy says, my ballot is on my coffee table. Well, fill it out and close your eyes and scribble in Trump. I know you don't want to, but you need to. April says, LOL. Well, Trump is better than Harris. That's for damn sure. A damn sight better. Maverick says, I'm 12. A lot longer than y'all, LOL. That's true. You'll be here a lot longer than us. That's true. Fab Daddy says, LOL. Amanda says, right, Maverick? Well, Maverick, you seem like you got a good head on your shoulders, and I like having young people around, so maybe I can be impressionable upon you. Work hard, keep your nose clean, pick up a guitar. The ladies will love it, I promise. Linda says, I got some great kids, and they know I will be there for them until my last breath. And they are there for me. I'm up for adoption, just so you know. Maverick says, younger, autocorrect. I'm younger than y'all, right? That's all right. I was young once too, Maverick, and I hung out with people my age now, so there ain't nothing wrong with that. April says, somebody said they voted Forrest Gump, ℂ𝕟𝕣𝕣. I hope not. Fab Daddy says, no matter how or if you vote, I still love you. Well, I love you too. That ain't got nothing to do with your vote. I mean, if you vote opposite of what I think, so I don't care if you want to go down in flames, lose your country and your birthright. That has nothing to do with whether or not we're friends. I can be your buddy even if you believe something different. I can be your buddy if you're an atheist. You're still wrong, but that doesn't make me not like you. Bill says, Trump has been chosen by the Lord, I believe. If he loses, God is punishing us as a whole for turning our back on him. I don't know if I'd put that much faith in the man. I do believe God probably uses people like Trump for various reasons. I don't know that this is divine intervention. I think it's just a really crazy election, but it could be. I'm not opposed to that idea. And I think we get punished when we go to heaven. I don't think we get punished on earth. There's enough to punish us here already. And we do lots of damage to ourselves. April says, I agree, Fab Daddy, 100%. And Amanda says, oh, Fab Daddy, we love you too. And April says, how old are you, Maverick? 12. And Linda says, LOL, Jake. My old neighbor's husband told his wife he wanted me to adopt him, and he wasn't much older than my boys. I just got a soft spot for that whole I'll be there for you until my last breath thing. It's pretty nice. There's a lot of people don't do that anymore. Patty says, I'm going to retract the message just to screw with Jake. Fab Daddy says, Bill, will you come to my house and kill me if you find out from voter registration that I voted for Kamala? No. Why would anybody do that? I hope you don't vote for Kamala. I hope you got enough common sense to see what a crazy, no answering fool that is and how bad of a decision that would be. I hope you can see that. If you can't, that's your business. You vote for who you want to vote for. That's why America's great, because we get to have those disagreements. This is, despite left-wing talking points, not a dictatorship. We get to have freedom of choice. So you choose, but I would encourage you to choose with a little common sense. Look at what's actually happening. Look at what has happened before. Don't listen to the talking points. It's not going to get you anywhere. Or on either side. Amanda says, Maverick is still wet behind the ears, April. LOL. No, you don't know that. He might be a straight baller. He might be slinging it down the hallways. You don't know. You leave my man Maverick alone. He's hanging out with the big boys. He's under my wing. How about that? April says, oh, okay. That's great, Maverick. What grade are you in? And Patty says, whomever it is God's man to bring plans to pass. Yes. Bill says, nope. I'm harmless. God's will be done. Amen. No, you're not going to get killed if you vote for Kamala. Fab Daddy says, that's why I love America. Absolutely. I believe you're one of those old school liberals who actually think that what you used to stand for still applies. And you would not be faulted for thinking that because they went through great lengths to make you believe that. However, it's not. And you align closer to the Republican Party now than you did back then because the Overton window has shifted. We're still the same people, but what's acceptable has moved. So I would encourage you to look into it before you cast that ballot and help to doom us all to World War III or whatever is coming around the bend. April says, I meant what grade are you in, 5th or 6th? Maverick says, neither. I'm in 7th. I was in 7th grade once. I remember it fondly. Amanda says, and we are not a damn democracy. We are a republic. Right. Walter says, Fab Daddy, did you support Bush going in and invading Iraq? That's a good question. April says, wow, that's awesome. Fab Daddy says, Maverick, you got winged. You've been winged, buddy. My wing. And my wing is long-reaching. April says, nice. And Linda Davis says, Maverick, my youngest is 13, and he just started reading his Bible every night. Congratulations to your youngest. Fab Daddy says, I'm both Democrat and Republican. I think most smart people are to some degree. And I'm using the word Democrat meaning the old way of thinking liberals, not the new way of thinking liberals. Those people are crazy. I don't want nothing to do with any of them. April says, Linda, that's a blessing, love. Yes, it is. Bill says, he is secretly voting Trump. I hope so. Melissa says, chat is disabled on my side. I don't know why it would be. Look up at the top and make sure it says live chat instead of top chat. Missy says, never mind, I'm back. Yeah, how is it? Wait a minute. How is it disabled if you're making comments? Amanda says, LOL, Missy. And Fab Daddy says, I did not after 9/11. Right. You didn't support what happened after 9/11. Right. Yeah, I didn't either. I've never been for war. I don't think war is a thing we should be involved in. I think if somebody comes here and starts some nonsense, we should go to war. I don't think we should ever send our military to somebody else's house and start some drama. I don't think we should. And that's why you should vote for the big guy, because he doesn't want to start any wars. Everybody else does. If you don't believe that, just look at who has endorsed Kamala Harris in the past 2 weeks. Dick Cheney. What's the guy's name? McCain, his daughter. I can't think of her name. John McCain's daughter. Warmongers. Fab Daddy said, there it is. Dick Cheney and Leon Panetta, Leon Panetta, the engineers of Iraq invasion, are Harris's top military advisors. So there you go. April says, hit that like button, everybody. By the way, tonight's episode is brought to you by this here hot cup of coffee. Don't you want to have a cup of coffee with me and talk about the world? If so, go to the kitchen and pour yourself a nice hot cup and let's get this conversation on the roll. If you don't have a cup, you can get one in the description below. I recommend the first one. It has my face on it. It's fantastic. Also, like, subscribe, share, support, join, and super chats are available in the chat box if you want to show a little bit of love. And hit that Cash App, $JakeJohnsonBand. Or if you're a PayPal user, paypal.me/JakeJohnsonBand. I sure do appreciate you. Thank you very much. Amanda says, LOL, Missy, I didn't after 9/11 hit that like button. Here we go. Amanda says, like, subscribe. I read that. I did that already. Do all of those things. Fab Daddy says, yeah, Walter. And John H. says, I done my skydive today and I enjoyed it, except my sore backside. Well, yeah, you got to tie that harness pretty tight, and I imagine it was up in your nibs and biddles there. I bet that wasn't funny. Patty says, Teak Rocher. Walter Davis says, Bobby Kennedy, who is against war, backs Trump, if that matters. Melissa says, I couldn't see it on my side, but you can see it now. Good. Make sure it's on the live chat so you can see the latest thing. Oh. Amanda says, did you vote, John? Sorry, did you video it, John? I'm glad you survived. Sorry about your back. Yeah, did you get video of the skydive? We want to see. And Fab Daddy says, is North Korea justified for training 3,000 troops in Russia? I don't care. That neither one of those words sounded like America to me. Liz Cheney, that's the one. No, that's not the one. John McCain's daughter. Liz Cheney is also with Kamala, but John McCain's daughter. Meghan McCain, is that it? I can't remember. Anyway, Fab Daddy says, and how will Trump end the Ukraine war? Well, you have to wait and see, but I would imagine he would probably just pull all the money out that we've paid for that war to actually happen. Walter says, Liz Cheney's father is Dick Cheney, right? I'm talking about John McCain's daughter. Bill Bennett says, I really think Trump can bring a little peace. I hope he is not the Antichrist. He's not. I can assure you of that for 2 reasons. Dana, she says, I'm not a Democrat nor Republican because it is a false dichotomy, which is meant to divide people one from another and fight with one another. Greetings. Hello, Dana, sweetheart. How are you doing? Fantastic to see you. Dick was vice president. Yes, he was. But he's also a warmonger, and that was the point I was getting at. Amanda says, hi, Dana, heart. And Melissa says, right, Bill. And Dana says, hey, Amanda, heart. Walter says, Dana, you're right. Fab Daddy says, 2 and 5, my cyber friends. Much love. Off to game. 2 and 5. I'm assuming that means see you later. I love you too, buddy. Amanda says, night, Fab. And Walter says, all political insiders are on the same side regardless of the party. Well, let me just tell you a little bit of common sense. That's what I do here. So let me impart a little wisdom upon you, okay? Are you listening? Because this is important. Pay attention, class. Left wing, right wing, same bird. Got it? Good. Okay. It's okay to be open-minded, just not so open-minded that your brain falls out. Megan McCain, says Amanda. That's the one I was thinking of. John H. says, I tried, but the camera froze. Well, did you put it in the freezer before you tried? Amanda says, okay, that sucks, John. John scared the camera, LOL. Walter Davis says, Dick lived up to his name. I agree. Dana says, hi, Walter Davis. Hi, Linda Davis. Heart, heart. Linda Davis says, hi, Dana. Mystery heart with a turkey. I like it. I like where your head's at. And April says, Dana, lovely. Good to see you. Rose, 2 hearts and a hurricane and a mystery heart. Pow. Beat that. That's like getting a jackpot on one of those penny things. Ding, 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 ding. And Amanda says, LOL, Walter, smiley face. And Walter says, good way of explaining it, Jake. Thank you, sir. I thought you'd like that. I have my moments. If I were alive 5,000 years ago, I'd be sitting with a robe on at the mouth of a cave, and I'd have multitudes in front of me listening to me talk. But such is the world we are on YouTube. Amanda says, just till it turns to mayonnaise. What? Your brain? My brain? Whose brain's turning to mayonnaise? Bill says, where do you think the Antichrist comes from, and how are we, the United States, when so divided? Well, the Antichrist, if it's a being, which I don't believe it is, because you can't find anywhere in the Bible where it refers to the Antichrist as one individual. That word is used, but it's not used in that context. But if it is a person, the Bible says that it'll come from the Middle East. But they're in the Middle East when it happens. So what's east of the East? That would be China. So there you go. You're welcome. Now you live with it. Dana says, lovely to see you too, April. Heart. And Bill says, same bird. Good explanation. It's true. April says, we have CJ and we're at Dave and Buster's. Gonna eat and play video games. Well, that sounds like fun. Don't forget about your old buddy Jake. I'm over here working my ass off trying to entertain you. At least pop in every now and then and smile. That's something. And enjoy you Dave and Buster's, whatever that is. I think that's like a Chuck E. Cheese, right? April says, have fun, April. Call or text me. And April says, Fab Daddy, have fun, love, heart. And Amanda says, yes, brain falling out. Just mayonnaise, right? Well, mine does that regularly, so it's okay. They do grow back. By the way, if you guys hadn't been to my new Facebook page yet, Untethered Live Family on Facebook. It's all one word, Untethered Live Family. Go check it out. Keep up with everybody. Get to know everybody. Share videos and pictures and memes and keep up with all things Untethered Live Universe. Right there on Facebook /Untethered Live. Linda says, I think I want April to adopt me. They're always doing fun things with CJ. I know, right? I don't get to do fun stuff. I just work and sleep. That's it. I hadn't done anything fun in a long time. And Amanda says, Dave and Buster's is an adult Chuck E. Cheese. So they sell like sex toys and movies. I got it. That's a weird combination. I don't know if I'd want to eat in a place like that. Mr. Johnson, are you happy with your cheeseburger? Have a dildo. I'm not sure I want that. There it is, facebook.com/UntetheredLive family. Thank you, Amanda. Linda says, you can't share anything or post on the Facebook page. Well, you should be able to. Did you follow the Facebook page? Are you a member of the page? Patty says, I've noticed paid opposition on a lot of channels. Have you noticed it on this one? And your name is Johnson. I know that. Did I say it wasn't? What are you talking about? I don't understand that statement, Missy. Of course my name is Johnson. And Amanda says, you should be able to, Linda. Linda says, we can see what you post. Did you follow? Did you click the, however you do that on Facebook, follow or like or whatever it is? Bill says, spreading the word is fun. It might not be the near future. True. And Amanda says, I'll go check it out now, Linda. Make sure it's working. Referencing to an adult Chuck E. Cheese. Never mind. Oh, and my name is Johnson. Got it. Understood. It's hard to hear context in chat, but in reference to, how's your cheeseburger, Mr. Johnson? Here's a dildo. And your name is Johnson. That's even worse. I got it. It's a good joke. She said Johnson is weenie. Thank you. Bill got it. He understood. See where my mind's at. Patty says, I think Rogan is paid opposition. I think it's possible. I don't think so, though, because he avoided having Trump on for a very, very long time. And Kamala, too. No doubt they're trying to get him. That being said, I did notice that when he made the $200 million sign-on bonus for Spotify and moved over there, there's something like 100 of his shows disappeared, and they were people like me that he interviewed over the years. So there is that. So you're not entirely wrong in assuming that, Patty. Bill says, or slong, or. Right on. ATL Transparency. What's up, buddy? He said, holy smokes. Nope, it's just me, buddy. Linda Davis says, yep, I liked and followed. Well, you should be able to post there. Amanda's going to check it out and see what's up. ATL Transparency says, hopefully, Elon will fire people at the VA. How would he be able to do that? He doesn't work for the VA. Unless I'm missing something, did Trump appoint him to a cabinet? And if he did, awesome. Patty says he has brand. Well, I have brand. I'm not paid opposition. That in itself is not evidence of being paid opposition. People get paid to do a job, but Rogan has purposely stayed out of politics for the most part. Now that he's gotten so big, he kind of can't avoid it. So I don't hold that against him. But I'm not saying you're wrong, because I don't know. Oh, Russell Brand. Rogan has Russell Brand? He's going to be the cabinet chopper. Okay. ATL, I didn't know that. That's a new one on me. I'll take it. I think Elon Musk, Tucker Carlson, Kid Rock, Dana White, Vivek Ramaswamy, Tulsi Gabbard, and Michael Knowles. I think they should all be together and make a cabinet. I think that should be the new government. I'd pay for that. Kid Rock could be one of the Joint Chiefs of Staff so we could go into foreign countries blasting American badass. Think about it. Walter says, hey, ATL. And Bill Bennett says, get rid of all the 3- and 4-letter government jobs. I think Elon has a cabinet spot. That'd be awesome. I haven't heard that, so I don't know, but that would be awesome. He done good with Twitter? Yeah, he did. And I do know that he's out there right now in the higher battleground states passing out $1 million checks for people to sign a petition to do something. It's pretty interesting. Bob and Bob, says Patty. Russell Brand and Joe Rogan. Well, I like both of those guys. I don't know that I agree with everything they say. I don't. But I like them both. I think they're both earnest people. But it remains to be seen. In this world so crazy, it wouldn't surprise me if they were opposition. Dana says anyone who accepts money from an interest group should be disqualified for office. Where I'm from, we call that bribery. I agree. Well, you see, the Democrats back in the day, back around Bill Clinton's time, invented this new thing that we never had before called a super PAC, and thereby conscripted it into law that could go on. There is no actual law that says they can do that. And there is laws that says they can't do that, but because it's a super PAC and they're made for that by the Congress and all that stuff has approved it, they're allowed to do that. And it's all it is bribery. That's what lobbying is a way around the Constitution so that they can bribe politicians. Oh, Bobby Ritchie and Bobby Kennedy. I got you. Kid Rock and RFK. Yeah, nice. Yeah, RFK was the guy I was thinking of. I couldn't think of his name, so I went with Michael Knowles. But 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Both would be great. They're both intelligent. Bill says, $1 million a day to sign a petition for the First and Second Amendment. Amen. Well, that's pretty sweet, considering what the Democrats are doing with their money and their war chest. Amanda says, it's set on everyone for everything, Linda. I will have to check further on my computer after the show. Checking up on the Facebook page. Patty says, Kid Rock RFK. Bill Bennett says, Elon is about free speech and the Constitution. Melissa, talk to me, damn it. You're here. Say something. How is everybody? You guys having a good time? I lost my bass player this week, and I'm a little upset about it. He died in a car crash Wednesday or so. And that's a big loss. For those of you just joining us, that's what the title is about. Wylder Creek is a band that I play with, and we were, in fact, winged. And now we must recalibrate the future, figure out what we're going to do next. Patty says, I hope you're right, Bill. I hope so, too. Walter Davis says, we need diplomats that can be undiplomatic. True. The left says election fraud, says Bill. It's not election fraud. It's not election fraud. A private citizen can do whatever he wants with the money he owns. That has nothing to do with Trump. They're not buying votes. Those people are already voting for Trump. That's why he's doing it at a Trump rally. Bill Bennett says, he with sweet Jesus, and you're stuck on the shithole, right? Yes, he is. Well, that's the way it is anytime there's a death. The sadness is selfish in nature. I mourn because I miss him. He's not mourning me. I promise you that. He's up there with Jesus right now having a ball, I would imagine. If he's even there. He might not even be conscious until Judgment Day. But I assure you, he's not missing me. But I'm missing him. Dana says, Trump received $100 million from Miriam Adelson, and he is going to listen to a foreign entity by taking that $100 million. I don't know anything about that. I've heard the name Miriam Adelson, but I don't know who it is. And Bill says, and it's his money. Right. Elon's money. But that wouldn't surprise me. Understand that the first time Trump ran, he didn't take anybody's money. He used his money. Well, this time he ran, he couldn't do that because they've got him going through so many lawsuits and he's so tied up that they've just about bankrupted him. So he has to take money to keep running. Where he gets it, I don't know. I don't know who this Miriam Adelson is, but I don't think he's going to be listening to anybody for money. I think he's just borrowing money. But you might be right. I don't know. I don't know who that is. I do know that Trump doesn't want to start any wars, and that is enough for me. I don't care what he does otherwise. Let's just not kill any more people for a while. That'd be nice. And also, it'd be nice to get gas back down to $1.80. I'd appreciate that, too. But if you could give me some information on who Miriam Adelson is, that'd be nice. Because I don't know. I should know. Because I'm in the business of talking about these things, but I don't know who that is. She is an Israeli, a foreigner to the U.S. interests. Well, not necessarily. Israel is a very close ally to the United States and have been for many, many years. So that doesn't seem odd to me from an American perspective because they're giving money to Israel all the time. It's only fair they give a little of it back. But again, I don't know who she is. Amanda says, and groceries not costing as much as a house payment, right? Missy says, Miriam Adelson is an Israeli American spy. Okay. Interesting. It's me. What's up, buddy? He says, well, I heard in North Korea forces entered the Ukraine borders. That doesn't surprise me either. Israel is a foreign country. I am aware. Not spy, physician. Okay. Okay. So she's an Israeli physician, a doctor. Okay. And Dana says, Israel is a foreign country. I read that one. Yes, it is. We're not talking about Israel, Tennessee. It's me says, hey, Amanda. And Missy says, man, did that escalate? Right on. These things do happen. But all we got to do is keep on talking, and it'll come right back down. Bill Bennett says, Israel pays for our products and money while Ukraine is rich in resources. Why don't we charge them? We should. And Amanda says, that happens quickly around here. Sure enough. We can go all over the place. That's a beautiful thing about this particular chat room. We can talk about anything. And it seems to be, whether we disagree or agree, we always come to some kind of consensus by the end. It's lovely. It's a conversationalist's utopia. It's a good place to be if you like talking. Quite a valuable resource, in my opinion. Like, subscribe, share, support, join, super chat. Hey, you guys want to hear a song? This is for you, Patty.
fireworks. People laugh, people flirt all night long. But I just stay.
Thank you, Missy.
So I drove down to the local bar where people come in their fancy cars and play their games. But I just stay. Then I saw you sitting there all alone in that empty chair right next to you. I fell in love, oh baby. You looked down and you took my hand. You said, boy, I hope you understand that I'm not a girl that needs a man. I got my life and all my plans, and if you were there, you'd just be in my way. Girl, it ain't gotta be like this. I'd give you everything but just one kiss. And I don't care what you say, I fell in love with you anyway. Oh, Elizabeth, you take my breath away. At that bar where we first met, you smiled at me and my palms got wet, and you just looked away. But I just stayed. You said, been in love and it never works. I always end up getting hurt, and I ain't doing that no more. There ain't no way. Oh no, 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 no. You stood up to say goodbye, grabbed your hand with a tear in my eye, and I just walked away. But you just stayed. But you looked down and you took my hand and said, boy, I hope you understand that I'm not a girl that needs a man. I got my life and all my plans, and if you were there, you'd just be in my way. Girl, it ain't gotta be like this. I'd give you everything but just one kiss, and I don't care what you say, I fell in love with you anyway. Oh, Elizabeth, you take my breath away.
All right. How about that? Very nice. Amanda says, oh, yeah. Patty says, it's a southern thing. Missy says, one of my favorite songs. Patty's got a bunch of smiley faces and a white power sign. Kind of weird, but I like it. Bill Bennett says, funny thing is, I don't talk much, but I have a lot to say when you're alive. Bill, I take that as a compliment, sir. Thank you. Dana says, American government should and must serve and take care of their own people and their own interests first and foremost, and not serve foreign interests while neglecting their own country. I agree 100%. Thank you for that observation. Bill says, beautiful. Thank you. And Melissa says, it's hard to believe you're an old bastard. Dang, Missy. By the way, this is my sister, Melissa, for those of you that don't know. Missy, everybody, Missy. Hard to believe this song is 20 years old. Thanks for reminding me. And true Dana. Amanda says, I'd give you everything for just one kiss. I fell in love with you anyway. Oh, no. And Dana says, Melissa, thumbs up. And Patty says, thank you, Mr. Jake. Hang in there. You're a band leader. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that vote of confidence. And I do need that. Amanda says, sing it along. Melissa hits us with a no. And Amanda says, LOL, you go, Missy. You must have been lurking. Sometime. And Missy says, I'm going to retract the message just to screw with Jake. LOL. Hi, everybody. April says, love your song, Jake. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. My song loves you, too. Not old, just well-seasoned. A classic, says Amanda. Well, thank you. My mustache agrees with you. Tom Selleck would be proud. Yes, Lord. BJ. Amanda says, Sam Elliott is proud. Ford tough. I can't lisp and make it sound manly. He can. What it is what the hell? I don't know what it is. What's happening, brother? What's ailing you? Amanda says, what it is? What's happening? Dynamite. Or something. Yep, I'm that old. Patty says, classic rock for you now, Brother Jake. I do play some classic rock. Although it wasn't classic when I learned it, it was just rock. But now it's classic rock. Bill says, BJ, LOL. I hear you, brother. What it is says, hello, what's up, hello, what's up, what it is? Amanda says, LOL, Bill, smiley faces. April says, what it is, good to see you. It's me, says, the bass player from Grateful Dead passed. So did mine. Small world. My bass player's name was Matthew Lazinski. He was about 4 feet taller than me and liked to remind me of it. That's all right. I told him what I lacked in size, I made up for in girth. He seemed to understand. What it is dynamite. That's right. We're that old, ain't we? Patty says, wow. So Fallon, long time no see. She says, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm praying for you, and I'm praying for my mom still, too. We are, too. So, how are you doing? What it is says, good to see you all. Good to see you, too. Amanda says, oh, wow, LOL. He was a great bass player, though. He really was. Very smooth. And could follow me anywhere I went, which is hard quality to find. And Amanda says, hi, Soph. And Dana says, Miriam Addison's husband, Sheldon Addison, multi-billionaire, who was Donald Trump's largest donor, providing the largest donations to Trump in 2016 campaign. Of course, there is a huge foreign interest. Understood. Well, he did build the embassy over there, or get the embassy done when no other president could, so maybe their interests align. I don't know. I don't deal with world politics because it ain't none of my business what they do over there, and I ain't trying to make it my business. That being said, I agree with you that people that run the country should worry about the country and nobody else. It's okay to worry about everybody else, but they should fix our problems first, as should the other countries' leaders doing theirs. April says, hi, Soph, lovely, good to see you. Soph says, I'm okay. I'm moving into a house tomorrow, so please pray for me. I'm so excited. That's fantastic. Missy says, I hate to do it, but I got to get up early. Love you all. Well, love you too. Thank you for being here. I'll call you tomorrow. What it is says, so you're saying your Indian name is small tree with big root? Yeah. And April says, wow, be careful, Soph. And Amanda says, good night, Melissa. Love ya. Amanda says, LOL. You guys are hilarious. April says, Missy, I love you. Sweet dreams. Love. God bless. And she comes in every now and then. We don't get to see her a lot, but it's nice to see her when she does come. Soph says, this is my first time moving into a house, and I'm really nervous and excited at the same time. I bet. It's interesting to start new. New place, new surroundings, new people. It's a good thing, though. Missy says, I love you too. Good night, Jake. Sweet dreams, April, and love you true. I love you true also. Thank you for being here. And sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. That's a good song. Remember that song? Anybody know who came out with that song? No, it wasn't Marilyn Manson. 10 points if you can remember who wrote that, who made that song popular. Don't Google it. Try to remember. Who am I to disagree? What it is, got it. The Eurythmics. Aaron, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Eurythmics, 10 points to what it is. Amanda says, hi, Aaron. Aaron, you been doing all right, sir? Fantastic over here. Growing like ragweeds. Amanda says, Don wrote it. I didn't ask who wrote it. I asked who made it famous. It was the Eurythmics. Don Gibson was probably the guy playing the guitar in the Eurythmics. April says, I knew that. I just couldn't type it fast enough. Well, you get 5 points for knowing it. How about that? Aaron says, yes, sir, working. I hear you. It's me says, did I learn what the Dome of the Rock was? Built on Moriah Mountain, where Abraham took his son to be sacrificed. Same place as Daniel described as the rock set thereby, not of human hands. Well, guess what? Quite a few things happened in that exact location, not the least of which Jesus' crucifixion happened in that area. Lots of things occurred in that area. That's a very special area. And it has been for many thousands of years. So I'm glad you learned that. Aaron says, hey, Amanda. Hey, Amanda, son panda. April says, hi, Ron. Good to see you. Ron. Aaron. Hi, Aaron. Good to see you. Hey, Ron. What it is says thunderstorms and neon signs. Right on. Dana says, by declaring the city of Jerusalem, Trump broke the international agreement that Jerusalem will stay neutral of any political state or entity. No president of the U.S. dared to touch this sensitive issue. Well, Trump did, and they got an embassy out of it. Dana says, including Reagan, even though they were pushed hard. Well, every president has promised to get the embassy put, and none of them did, except for Trump. We got ourselves a sports update from Kevin Cox. He says Game 1 of the World Series has started. Yankees versus Dodgers. That's an old set of teams right there. I guess I will put for the Dodgers as I dislike the Stankies. Dodgers lose 2-1 as New York hits a 2-run dinger. Go Dodgers. Back to you, Bob. All right, Kev, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Back to you, April. Oh, April hit me with a $19.99 super chat. Thank you, dear. God bless you. I appreciate you very much. Aaron says, I'm so ignorant on politics. Well, I'm kind of ignorant on politics. I kind of understand it locally. I'm not so good on it globally because I'm not a globalist and I don't care about what happens over there. It's not in my wheelhouse. I'm just trying to protect this piece of dirt that I'm on. Amanda says, hey, Kevo. And thank you for the super chat, April. I appreciate it. And Amanda says, congratulations on your new truck. Oh, you got a new truck. I got a new truck, too. I just can't get to it. Amanda says, woohoo, thanks, April. And Dana says, I meant to say, declaring the city of Jerusalem the capital city of Israel. Trump broke the international treaty. I'd have to read the international treaty. I don't know enough about it to argue with you. So I'd defer to your better judgment. You're right. I'm still voting for him. April says, you're welcome, love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. April says, thanks, y'all. Kevin Cox says, hey, Amanda. And Aaron says, Amanda has cool red hair. Yep. What it is says, seems like unity is lacking in the world. Yeah, we definitely need that. You mean April has cool red hair. Amanda does too. It's just needs to be touched up a little. Like mine. Aaron says, I mean April. Yeah, I got that one. I read that one. And Amanda says, LOL, Aaron. That's all right. We can't have all pretty hair forever. My hair's gone. The lights make it look way cooler than it actually is. It's just gray. But when the lights are on it, it kind of has hues. I guess that works in my favor, but in real life, it just looks blah. April says, thanks, love. As soon as I can, I'm going to get me a bottle of dye and tighten her up a little bit, I think. I don't know. What do you guys think? You think I should leave it like it is? I saw with your black mullet, says Aaron. Probably. There's pictures of me everywhere. For a long, 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 long time. So it's very possible you saw my mullet. And I did rock it with style. What it is says, heard it in love song. Can't be wrong. Kevin says, yeah, I got a 2021 Jeep Rubicon Gladiator. It is white with black and red trim, like the colors of the badass Georgia Bulldogs. Go Jeep and go Dogs. I'm so proud of you, Kevin. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Jake, in all your pictures, your hair was dark. It was, and now it's not. Aaron says, leave it alone. Don't change it. I used to have beautiful hair. It's just not that way anymore. Amanda says, thanks, Aaron. I've been telling him that too. Let it be. I guess I earned it. So, It's Me says, who here was born in the 50s? And what was the greatest event? That's an interesting question. Anybody born in the 50s? Bill says, leave it. Natural, old, gray shows wisdom. Thank you. I will. What it is says, diet jet black. You would be so incognito. If I dyed it jet black, I'd stick out like a sore thumb. The only place I'd look good would be on the stage under stark white lights. But in public, out in the world, I just look like a moron with jet black hair. Let it be like John Lennon. Let it be. That was a very communist song, by the way, Aaron. I was born in a hospital. I was born in a barn. How about that? You know, and remember the old days when you'd walk in the house and leave the door open and your mama would turn around and say, hey, was you born in a barn? I could say, why, yes. Yes, I was. And your point? My mama didn't like that too much. Amanda says, I was born on Super Bowl Sunday. Good thing they didn't punt you. I was born to an old country doctor, and I think a couple of shotguns and some meal was transferred for payment. Patty says, what was the greatest event in the 50s? I'm going to say Bobby Socks. Greatest invention. What it is says, I was born on a bad sign. April says, Elvis was the greatest event in the 50s. What it is, I agree, Elvis. I think those little poodle skirts was pretty nifty. I miss those days. Bill says, I was born 2 pounds. Wow. Is that 2 pounds or 21 pounds? I can't tell. He says, but now I'm 220 and 6 feet tall. Sadie shoes, says Aaron. Kevin says, wow, cigars for baby's birth and for the Super Bowl. I hear you, buddy. Who's having a baby? April says, I love the poodle skirts and the Bobby socks and the cars. Nice. Patty says, I was born in the 50s and I live to tell it. I hear you. I was born in the 70s, the early 70s. I was born under President Ford. How about them apples? April says 75 here. Amanda says 80s baby. What it is says, lost in the 50s tonight. I used to know that song. Probably can't remember it now. It's Me says, 50s, it was 57 Chevys, Ford Thunderbirds, Elvis, but most of all, my birthday. Ha 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 ha. I hear you, buddy. Dana says, I was born on the same day, but different year. The day Hitler committed suicide. Wow. That's crazy. What was your best decade, Jake? This one. Probably. And now, I'd say my best decade was the decade my children were born because everything was popping at that moment. But it only lasted about 3 years. So I didn't have a good decade. I had a good 3 years. I was like famous for 3 years. And then waning fame for the next 12 years. I created a wave. I just can't surf. So to the shore I went. Patty says, no, I did not, Jake. Well, you said it. I was just reading it. I've never had a good decade, Aaron. I appreciate the question, though. Aaron says, high five, Amanda. Me too. 80s. April says, born on 4/11. I love Ronnie Millsap. And Dana says, April 30th. Nice. I was born December the 10th, 1974. Yes, my birthday is right around the corner. Bill Bennett says, I was born in East L.A. I'm not sure if Cheech and Chong popped in my head. I'm not sure why Cheech and Chong popped in my head. East L.A. might have had something to do with it. April says, I love the 80s and the early 90s before all the BS. Yeah, me too. I love the 70s the most, though. Nothing like them little cotton shorts that you guys used to wear. And them knee-high socks with the rings around it, man. Roller skates. Big hair. Tube-top shirts. Come on now. Yeah, I'm a dirty old man. What can I say? Amanda says, I was almost a New Year baby. It's me says, anyone share a birthday with a celebrity or same name? Yes, there is an actor named Jake Johnson. He's nowhere near as handsome as I am. Ronnie, who is Ronnie Millsap? What? There's a stranger in my house. Go right now and find some Ronnie Millsap and listen to him. You don't know what you're missing there, buddy. Amanda says, Ronnie Millsap's a country singer. I wouldn't call him country. He got played on country radio, but it was more like R&B. There's something else going on there. It wasn't like twangy country or nothing. And Go-Go Boots. Yes, nice. Bill Bennett says, can't spell, rough week at work. I guess hitting the sack. God bless you all, and glad I was here. Good night, guys. Bill, good night. Sleep well. Thank you for being here, buddy. And Amanda says, I do. It's me. What it is says, how much new wave music did you listen to? Oingo Boingo, Haircut 100, Soft Cell, Human League. I've listened to Oingo Boingo. I've probably heard the other ones, but I don't remember the names. I've listened to Blink 182 and Depeche Mode, things like that. And what's the guys that wear the motorcycle helmets? Can't think of their names. Aaron says, ooh, yeah. What it is says, wrote a song that Elvis recorded. Who did? Guys and Daisy Duke, says Bill. No. Although if you ever watch Magnum P.I. from the 80s, they did wear some shorty shorts, but they weren't Daisy Dukes. Dana says, I am happy. I don't share my name nor my birthday with any celebrities. Well, that's not true, Dana, because I know your name, and when your birthday comes around, if you'll inform me that it has, I will share it with you, and I'm a celebrity, so... April says, what song was it? What song what it is? Kevin says, I bet you like the Let's Get Physical video. I did. I liked the Divinals I Touch Myself video. That did strange things to my teenage self. Although I've seen it recently, and I swear it's not the same video that was out in the 80s, because it don't look anything like it did then, nor does it do anything for me. but it did back then. I remember. It's Me says, okay, I have the same name as Night Rangers bass player, so that's my hint. I don't know who the Night Rangers are, so Aaron says, Amanda with the circle by your name. Amanda with the circle by your name. That circle is a J tag, and you can have one too. April says, what song I mean? And Aaron says, Daft Punk. That's the one. I couldn't think of them. Yeah, I've listened to them too. What it is Millsap, Ronnie Millsap. It's Me says, Correctio, guitar player of Nightwing. Correction. My name is the same as the guitar players. April says, LOL, Let's Get Physical by Olivia Newton-John. Physical. I remember that song. Aaron says, what do you mean, Aaron? Amanda says, what do you mean, Aaron? Aaron says, you got a wrench and a circle. That's not a circle, that's a J tag. And if you want one, hit that join button over there in the corner. And you can have one too, sir. It's special. You get to see things with that you don't get to see any other place. You get to know things that you don't get to know anywhere else. It's a secret. Amanda says, LOL. Oh, I've always had them. And April says, that's the J-Tag Bible Study Circle. You should join. What it is Ronnie Millsap wrote a song that Elvis recorded. Wasn't Kentucky Rain. I didn't know that. Amanda says, I share a birthday with Naomi Judd. Are you covered in Cheeto dust? Aaron says, oh. They face finally, Jake, they retired. You'd have to be more specific. I don't know what you're saying there. They face finally, Jake, they retired. Brad Gillis says what it is. I don't know who that is. Jack Blades, says Amanda. And Rachel says, hello. Hey, Rachel. Welcome back. Walter, did you leave me? You're awful quiet over there. Amanda says, or Brad Gillis. I guess those are the guitar players of Nightshade, or whatever it was called. Night Rangers. Naomi, fine-ass frog hair. Naomi Judd, yeah, she was. Not so much anymore. When she was younger, when she was on Star Trek, though, my kind of lady. Aaron says, they showed their face. Who showed their face? Who were they? I missed that one. I apologize. Daft Punk. Oh, they showed their faces? Daft Punk did? Gotcha. I didn't know that. When I was coming up, nobody knew who they were. So you're saying they showed their faces and then they retired. Got it. Yeah, I think that's poor judgment. There was a guy on America's Got Talent called Tape Face. He had black tape over his mouth. He didn't speak. And he was like a magician, but he used props. And he was fantastic. This guy had something that was star quality. And everybody was talking about him because nobody knew who he was. And he didn't speak. But he couldn't take it. If he'd have just kept his damn mouth shut, he would have been famous, world famous. But he had to do an interview and drop character. And when he did, he was not at all interesting. And it just went away. So if you find a thing that works, you got to stick to it. Even if it's you not talking. Aaron says, I remember that guy. Yep. He had to do an interview, and it ruined him. If he'd have just kept his mouth shut, though, everybody was clamoring to get Tapeface. He did like 20 things after America's Got Talent. And he was on TV shows, but he had to talk and take the makeup off. Buckets the drummer is still the shit, though, says Amanda. Exactly. If you know who Buckets the drummer is, if you're watching this, I encourage you, I implore you, don't ever tell anybody who you are. Keep the horse mask on. The minute you tell people who you are, it's over for you. That's why they like you, because they don't know who's under the hat. April says, off, yeah, great song. What it is says, Brad Gillis played with Night Rangers. And when Randy Rhoads died, Brad filled in to finish the rest of the tour for Ozzy. Got it. April says, gotta go, y'all. My phone's about to die. I love you all. Well, April, thank you for being here. Thank you for the super chat. God bless you, and I appreciate you. Super chat. Super chat.
VJ, now I lay me down to sleep. Pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, VJ, my best friend, right through it all, VJ. If I die before I wake, VJ.
Yeah. All right. Amanda says, good night, April. And Dana says, I don't understand why people dream of and want to be famous. Well, I can tell you why. Because it affords you a lifestyle. Everybody knows who you are. You're loved, you're desired, you're wanted. People pay to see you. There's an air about you, and it's like being royalty. That's why people dream of fame. However, fame is not ever what you think it is. It's only good on this side. On that side, it isn't the same thing. I've been in both places and decided that the price was too high, which is why I'm here in front of you instead of being out there being famous. I came that close. I came close enough to know I could do it. That was good enough. So I hope that helps. Linda Davis says, good night, April. Linda, did Walter disappear? What it is says, Buckethead. That's a hell of a guitar player. Yes, but he's niche. He can't play with other people. I've heard him play with other people. It doesn't work. As long as he's doing Buckethead, then that's fine. But if he goes and, say, plays with Guns N' Roses, it's not right. He knows it and they know it. That's why he doesn't play with them anymore. That's the trouble with people that are too good. They can't play with anybody else. April says, I love you true, everybody. I love you true, too, April. Thank you for being here. Aaron says, peace, love, and doves, April. Oh, you get doves. Nice. Dana says, April Rain, heart. What it is says, feed that damn dog already. Right? That damn dog is working hard. Eddie says, Eddie Rabbit wrote Kentucky Rain. Yeah, he did. Amanda says, LOL, what it is. Aaron says, oh. Patty says, peace, April. Linda says, I don't know where Walter is. I'm home in Pennsylvania. Ah. Well, he must have fell asleep or something because he just vanished. He was here a minute ago. What it is says, Bumblefoot and DJ Ashba. DJ Ashba, I don't know who that is. Sounds like a bad cartoon, though. What are we going to do today, Bumblefoot? I don't know, DJ Ashba. We'll take over the world. I don't know, something like that. Wiki, wiki, wiki. I've lost my mind. Don't listen to me. Yeah, fame is rarely what people think it is. And it's wonderful when you're going towards it. Until you achieve it, that's not so wonderful. And it is valuable. It costs you something, mostly your soul. And sometimes the price is too high. For me, it cost me my dignity. And I wasn't willing to pay it, so I backed away. Amanda says, I can't lose something you never had, Jake. What are you talking about? My mind? Yeah. Now, that's debatable. But you're probably right. What it is says guitar players played with Guns N' Roses while Slash was out. Yep, many of them did. They still wasn't good. The only one that was kind of good is that dude that dressed like a reject from a Batman movie. What's the guy's name that did Batman movie? Not Christopher Nolan, the old guy. The goth guy. What's his name? Edward Scissorhands guy? I can't think of his name. Anyway, there was a guy that played for Guns N' Roses for a while that looked like he came out of one of those movies with stitches all over him and stuff. But he's pretty good. Buckethead played with him for a little while, and he was not very good. Not that what he played wasn't proficient. It just wasn't Guns N' Roses. And when you play with a band like Guns N' Roses, you probably need to sound like Guns N' Roses. DJ Oshba, I guess that's that guy, huh? Yeah. Now that you say it, now it registers. Yep, it was DJ Oshba. Amanda says, Gary Oldman. I don't know who that is. Gary Oldman's an actor. And no, that's not who did the old Batman movie. Tim Burton. That's who I was thinking of. Tim Burton, the guy that did, Dead Bride or whatever it is. The cartoon with all the skeletons in it. My memory is really going bad. I know all these things, I just can't access them. Kevin Cox hits me with a 1999 super chat. Thank you, Kevin Cox. God sends. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Thank you, Kevin. What it is, just look what Fame did to Diddy. No, Fame didn't do that to Diddy. Diddy did that to Diddy. And he did it. Linda Davis says, I never understood why girls always had a thing for drummers. Because drummers are animals. That's obvious. They sweat all over the place. They're full of high energy. And if they can beat on them like they can beat on them drums, they got something going on. Amanda says, woohoo, Kevo, thanks. And Dana says, I am not familiar with any of those names. I'm not either, really. What it is says David Allen Coe. Coe, C-O-E. And I was on the road with David Allen Coe for quite a while. That's part of the journey to fame. I played with David Allen Coe and Confederate Railroad. If you know who those bands are, look them up if you don't. They had some hit stuff. I'm not saying I got famous, but I was on the way. Amanda says, cause drummers can be hot. Just watch them go. Get it. Well, I tell you what, somewhere in this channel is a video of me playing drums. Go watch it and tell me what you think. Amanda says, LOL, it's on my channel too. It's probably easier to find on your channel than it is on mine. Because it's buried somewhere under 1,000 videos. Come on, pretty mama. Y'all didn't know I was a drummer, did you? And a bass player. And a guitar player, and a fiddle player, and a piano player, and a banjo player, and a mandolin player, and a ukulele player. I play a mean ukulele. The only thing I can't play is a fiddle. But I can play it a little bit. Amanda says, Jake makes a hot drummer, LOL. What it is says, I saw Confederate Railroad out in California. They sounded good live. They're a good band. I got pictures of me and Danny Shirley, the lead singer, together. And pictures of me and David Allen Coe together. Somewhere in that box right there. Amongst 6,000 other pictures. But they're there. Confederate Railroad's actually a really good band. I don't know why they stopped making music, because they were really good. They had a lot of good songs. Can you tuna fish? That's none of your damn business, and I'd appreciate it if you'd stay out of my affairs. No, I can't tuna fish, but I can mash potato. and do the twist. I'm not sure what tuna fish is, what it is. I'm assuming it's a dance. I can lay on my side and pucker my lips up. Will that help? Ha! That was a good joke. That's worth the price of admission right there. You can tune a guitar right. Yes, I can tune a guitar, but I can't tune a fish. I got the joke now. That's an old joke. LOL, puckered lips. I can do the Mick Jagger. My little arms. Artemis Powell was so tough. A Marine, a drummer for Lynyrd Skynyrd. Yes, I like Artemis Powell. He's got a very unique drumming style. One that I have trouble with. But I can do it, though. It's hard. He's got a interesting way of... He's left-handed, for one thing, so he plays differently. Bill, what's up, buddy? It took me forever to figure out the drum beat for Tuesday's Gone because it's syncopated in the middle. It's really weird. It is not a straight beat like it sounds. Amanda says, Mick Jagger lips with Gene Simmons' tongue, LOL. Ugh, that's a gruesome-looking feller. Patty says, Danny lives real close by. Danny Shirley, does he? You know Danny? If you do, tell him Jake Johnson said hello from North Carolina. He'll probably remember that. We spent a little time together. Amanda says, hi, Bill. Linda says, hey, Bill. Jake says, hey, Bill. And the cow says, moo. How much money goes out to make a tour happen? A lot. Depends on what kind of tour you're talking about. You have to pay for gas right off the bat. You have to pay for lodging. You have to pay for anything that breaks. You have to pay for advertising. You have to pay for food and drinks and drugs. And you have to pay 15% to your agent right off the top of whatever it is you make. So it costs quite a lot of money. And most places, big venues like theaters, you have to rent the theater. They don't just let you go play. You have to rent the place, and then you get your money back in ticket sales. So that's how that works. It's me says, well, the trees are turning colors here. Awesome beauty. Nice. What's the return on that? Depends on who you are. I'll give you an idea, though. David Allen Coe makes $10,000 for 2 hours. Currently. In some places it's probably more, but the standard go through a town and play at their bar, you know, like you got bigger venues than the regular. He don't play shithole bars, but he plays smaller venues that big for local bands, small for him. But that's $10,000 right there up front before he ever plays a note. And steak dinner for the band, steak and potatoes, and probably Jack Daniels and stuff. So they're out probably $15,000 before he ever walks in the building. Patty says, nope, I do not know Danny Shirley. Well, I know him cordially. I don't know him. We're not friends. You know, I couldn't call him. But I know him because I've been on stage next to him and been in a dressing room with him and set up with him and been out in the warpath with him, signed autographs with him and stuff. Of course, he was doing most of that, but I was there too. Most people would hand me a pen and a piece of paper and say, would you ask Danny Shirley to sign that? Sure. What I make is considerably less than what David Allen Coe makes. However, I have made close to what he makes on occasion. It hasn't been a regular thing, though. Right now, I'm a $2,000 act. Amy Lives says, hello, I'm late. You're not late. You're right on time. We all came early just to screw with you. Maureen Flood. Hi, Jake and gang. Nice to see you, Maureen. Amanda says, hi, Amy and Maureen. Amanda says, hi, Maureen. What it is, so you're doing big in the early 90s. Well, I was doing big in the early 2000s. I wasn't really there yet in the 90s. I was still getting there in the 90s. For about 12 years, and from about 2000 to 2012 was my time. Somewhere in that area. And then I continued going downhill for up until now. I'm still going. We're still out playing. But we don't draw the crowds we're drawing. It used to be a regular occurrence when you come to one of my shows. They would lock the doors and police would stand out and not let anybody else in because we were filled to capacity everywhere we went. And it was a regular occurrence for people to be naked running all over the place and beer flying everywhere and me hanging from the rafters. And it was just an all-out pandemonium. But it ain't like that anymore. Plus, I'm old. So, you know. Now I just creep off the stage and lower myself down into the crowd a little bit. You know how it goes. Maureen says, hi, Amanda. I'm taking a breathing treatment for severe bronchitis, but I'm listening. Or trying to. I know what you're talking about. Patty says, but Dave can only sing a few of his songs. The record company took them. True. Maureen says, not old, vintage. I am vintage, yes. What it is, so, you did the fanfares in Nashville. Nope, I'm not from Nashville. I'm from North Carolina. I have done some stuff in Nashville, but not much. Amanda says, no shirt, leather pants, covered in sweat with your hair down. Yeah. That's me. That's what it looked like. Amy says, I used to cook big meals for my husband and get filled to capacity. Right on. Bill says, does David Allen Coe know how to split that 10? Does David Allen Coe have to split that 10 grand with his band? No. That's his money. He pays his band out of that money. But they make probably a couple $100. And the rest of it's his. Because he owns everything. My belly is full of food, says Amy. Nice. Amanda says, LOL, Amy, what it is assless chaps also? No, I never went that far, but I did moon everybody a couple times. And I did play a show in a sheet one time, and I mean nothing but a sheet. Amanda says, I bet, Amy, your belly. Chaps are assless, says Amy. Yeah, all chaps are assless. And I do have chaps, but I wore jeans under them. And that's not really a thing that I go for, that look. So it has been done, but it's not a thing I do regularly. I did wear tight leather pants, though. There's pictures. Go look. They're everywhere. And my muscles back in the day. It's me says, we sold more in the shirt merchandise some nights. People loved our logo. So CDs on occasion. Oh, you were talking about you doing fanfare in Tennessee. Got it. Okay. Patty says, David got a head of dreadlocks, gray hair and color. Yes, unfortunately, he can take those out. He don't like people to know about that, but it's true. Amanda says, so tight you could tell what religion he was. Yeah, baby. Bill says, I would have thought you guys made more than that. Nope. Nope, couple $100. The act makes more than that, but the band don't. They're just road band. They just get paid to show up and play. Amanda says, really what it is? You don't know what that is. Huh? What is a cooter pie? Oh, I got it now. What is a cooter pie? I've heard of that term. So what is it? I can't help you with that, what it is. If you don't know, you don't know. If you know, you know, you know. Linda Davis says, we saw David Allen Coe in, I think, 2007 at Penn's Peak in the Poconos. Nice. That's about the time I was playing around with him, 2007, somewhere in that area. 2006, maybe. Might have been 2005. I can't remember. Somewhere in that area. I don't think he's doing a whole lot anymore. I think he's pretty much gone. Why did you blush, Jake? Did I blush? I don't think I did. Amy says, icky, icky. I might have smiled. I don't think I blushed. If I did blush, it was just autonomic, I guess. Trust me. I've seen some things. It's okay. I don't blush real easy. You know what they say, don't you? It's Me says Chuck Berry toured without a band and hired locals to back him up. This is true. Maureen says, what it is, extrapolate then, LOL. Yes, extrapolate. Interpolate your extrapolation. If you know, you know. Oh, I got it. Icky, icky. If you know, you know. I got it. That's right. If you know, you know. And you don't know. So, you know. Anyway, that's a trade secret. You have to know what to do with those things. Why did I blush? I've seen things that would make you cower. Blush. LOL, Jake. If you could imagine standing in front of 5,000 people with nothing on but a guitar, then you'd understand. I don't blush real easy. Trade secrets, yeah. And besides that, once you've seen one cooter pie, you want to see the rest of them. You watch it. Maureen says, LOL, what it is says, so you visited that woman that would keep an eye out for you as well. Probably. A ℂ𝕙𝕚𝕝𝕝𝕝𝕝𝕝. That's a ancient breed of lesbian dinosaur. Maureen says, no fair, I can't breathe as it is, LOL. It's Me says, well, I'll be getting tired, so I'll say enjoy the weekend, y'all. Yeah, it's about time for me to go, too. It's 10:30. I didn't realize it had gotten so late. I'm sitting here, my back teeth are floating, and I just realized it's 10:30. Amanda says, good night, it's me. All right, guys. Thank you so much for the super chats and the love. Adios, amigos. Amanda says, how does a French woman hold her liquor? by the ears. All right. I got to go. Thank you, guys. I love you very much. I'll see you tomorrow night for some politics. Join me right here on Untethered Live. Politics. Linda says, good night, all in chat, heart. Good night, Linda. God bless you, sweetheart. Tell Walter I said I'll talk to him tomorrow. And God bless you all. And thank you for your prayers and your thoughts for my bass player. And we'll see you tomorrow night. God bless you. Thanks for watching.